So listen, today I was in one of my coaching sessions and we got on the conversation about CRMs and how to manage CRMs. And there's so many of them out there. But look, one of the things that I know, one of the things that I know is that CRMs are ever changing. You're always going to be looking for the latest and greatest, the newest CRM. So one of the things that I've always seen is when you first sign on with a new CRM company, or if you just have kind of a standalone out of the box CRM, there's always this option to like mass import all of your leads. Now, if you have thousands and thousands of leads and things like that, that's great. I don't know why you would have thousands and thousands of leads, because if that's the case, then you probably have so many leads in there that you're just not engaging with, that you probably need to clean that up anyway. So here's what I suggest you do. Number one, you never want to just mass import your leads, because when you do that, you're going to get so much garbage in your CRM just based on the fact that you probably haven't looked at this list in who knows how long, right? What you want to do is you want to go through and one by one enter those leads. Now, I know that sounds like it's a lot of work, but it really isn't if you just break it down and you make sure that let me rephrase that. If you break it down and you break it out into manageable chunks over the span of a week, a month, however long it'll take you to go through and do that. Here's why. So right now, I just switched over. My company now uses KV Core, which I find to be a really, really valuable investment from a broker standpoint, to be able to utilize the different aspects that they have for lead generation and things like that for a company as a whole. Now, if you're an individual agent and you sign on to a company that has something like a KV Core or any other kind of CRM system, you definitely want to take the time to learn what you can do and how you can utilize that CRM. But I myself have probably three or 400 leads or something like that, past clients, things like that in my CRM. My CRM, I try to keep lean. My database and pipeline, I want it to be lean, clean. I don't want any garbage. You get garbage in, you get garbage out, right? So I don't add just cold prospects into my personal CRM. So as I was going through this and I was going through the setup, they were talking about getting all my current leads in there. And they're like, do you have a CSV file, or do you have something that you can import your leads, that you can use to import your leads into? And I just didn't want to do it. And I know it sounded weird to them as they were getting me all set up, but I didn't want to just import all those leads into there all at once, because I wanted to be able to do some cleanup. So here's a process that I think that you should follow when you are importing leads into a brand new CRM, or if you're even looking to clean up your current CRM. So if you have a brand new CRM, yes, you can look at the what you have currently, and if you have a ton of leads on there, export those onto a CSV. Great, but take them one by one. And what I'm doing right now is taking five at a time. So I do 5 leads a day is what I'm going to import into there. And from there, what I'm doing is, since I haven't really reached out to these people other than my twice monthly email or an occasional anniversary letter or something like that, what I'm doing is I'm going in, I'm looking at the address that I have for them, and I'm completing a CMA. I'm just going to do a quick valuation for them. And then I'm going to go ahead and mail it off, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them into my CRM, and I'm going to put a task on there to follow up with them after 3 or 4 days. When I think that valuation has gotten there, I'm going to give them a call. Give them a call. And I'm going to say, hey, just wanted to see if you got the valuation I sent you over. Want to see what you thought about it. How are things going? Is there anything that I can do for you at this time? The reason why I'm using a script like that is because I've talked to these people. I know these people, right? These are people that I've either called them and they give me permission to follow up, and I've done a valuation for them before, and maybe they just haven't converted into a client just yet. I've either been at their door and I've done some door knocking with them, so they've seen me, and this is counting as some of my follow up, or they're a past client that I'm working with, and this is just an opportunity to re-engage them. I can talk to them about the emails that they're getting. Hey, have you been getting my emails? What do you think about those? What do you think about the market? Have a conversation like that. Then once I'm off the phone with them, send them a personal note, handwritten note saying, thank you for your time on the phone. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know, and drop a couple business cards in there. 5 at a time. I'm doing 5 a day. And I mean, 300 or 400 people, like I said, that'll take a few months to get everybody in there, but that's okay. This part of your job is not where the marathon lies, right? as you get new leads and as you talk to new people, you can add them in one by one, and get people going into your CRM and follow up with them accordingly. But 9 times out of 10, you have not engaged with these people that are currently in whichever CRM you're using. Now, if you already have a CRM and you've got a ton of people on your CRM and you just want to clean that list up, break that list out 5 or 10 a day, start doing some valuations for them. Or if you don't want to do the valuation, just send them a thank you note really quick. Send them a thank you note saying, hey, I was going through my files, hoping everything is well. If you notice, if your CRM has analytics, which your CRM should have analytics with, and I'm going to talk about the top things to look for in a CRM in another video. But as you're putting your leads in there, and if you're sectioning out your leads, start looking at what you're going to do to clean that up and really clean that up and make your list of prospects and past clients in your sphere of influence. Keep that lean. You want people that are going to be interacting with the content that you're sending them, and you will send content. My suggestion: send a couple videos a month, market update, educational, informational information, and go from there. So when it comes to CRMs, it's one of the it's going to be the workhorse of your business. You're going to want to use a dialer, or you're going to want to use some way to track your door knocking efforts, some way to track how you're getting leads, whatever it is. Like I said, I do cold calling and door knocking, but everything works. All right. If you're doing networking or you're doing things like that as well, find a way where you can track those leads and where you can put them into a system where you can easily follow up with them, send them email blasts, send them text message blasts if you can, or anything like that. But for that initial setup, or if you're looking to clean up your list, don't do any of the mass imports. Don't even do any of the scheduled emails that they have, because a lot of times those are so generic and everybody's using them. The first thing people are going to do is click unsubscribe, right? But if you send something personal the first time, and after that you're sending out your mass produced videos or content that you're sending out to them, then you're going to be able to get that engagement. And it's going to look so much better for you, and you're more likely to pull in referrals and things like that from your list. All right. So to recap, okay, you have your list. Take 5, 10, 15, 20 a day, whatever it is. This can become your full-time job if your list is big enough, right? Maybe you don't have to do very much circle prospecting, because now you can go in and see how you're going to re-engage your sphere. Okay. Take 5, 10, 20 people, mark it off. I've called this, I've called that person, I've called that person. I talked to them. Hey, I'm sending out a valuation for you, or I just sent out that valuation. Create it, put them in your system, set your follow-ups accordingly. Now you have a really clean list that you can send your content to, and you can use that to develop your business. All right. Listen, my name is Blake Wallace with Wallace Realty Group. I am hiring. I am looking for 5 capable agents on my team to handle some of the buyer leads and some of the business that I'm starting to get a little bit overwhelming. What I'm doing is working, and I'm loving it. I'm having a blast with it, and I want to be able to develop some hungry agents. So if you are in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul area, looking for a place to hang your license, if you're an experienced agent or a new agent and you want to find a place to grow your business and learn how to truly grow your business, come check me out. Click the link down in the description. Let's schedule that confidential meeting. Let's talk about what I have to offer you, and if it's something that you like, and we can get something started. All right. Appreciate you watching.